Rest.
All right, I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Finance Committee Tuesday, June 3rd at 2025 at 4:33. I'll start with roll call. Alder Galvin.
Here.
Alder Hankfus.
Here.
And Alder Johnson is excused and myself are present. Entertain a motion of approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. On to regular business number 1, consideration with possible action to update the City of Green Bay debt policy. Do we want a quick overview?
Very outdated policy. Small things have tweaked over time. What we have done is we took the 2013 policy, we worked with our bond counsel at Foley and Lardner, and then we also worked with our municipal advisors at Ellers to review them. We actually have Ellers also as our investment company, and they help invest some of our bond proceeds. So they actually had a look at our investment policy. I truly don't believe that the base of the information has changed. There has just been a few instruments, a different type of, some other rules that have changed over time, and that is truly what has changed in this document. But there is quite a bit of red line, a lot of changes. There's no rush, there's no urgency to get it changed. It's just been on the list for a very long time, and we decided to bring it through. So if you have any questions, if you don't want to take the time and you want to have more time to review it or have questions, we can always bring it back to another meeting. But I don't believe there's really any large changes to it. It's just really updates.
Diane,
Yes, Alder.
I would have to agree with you. I did go through reading it, and it seems a lot of the updates had to do with our new going with promissory notes versus bonds.
Yes.
And the only question that I had was when they were talking about refunds.
What section is that over?
I am trying to look at a general application, page 2. Let me go out there, I didn't flag it. Basically, if we don't spend all the money, we need to go back to, it did just say that we could just take the money and put it on the loan. You know what I'm talking about, Diana?
I'm going to try to look for that section.
I'm going,
Yeah, in the middle of the page 6 of the deck policy, not the electronic version number, page 6. It does say, though, the balance of unspent proceeds will be transferred as set forth in the resolution authorizing the issuance of the debt. Resolution authorizing the issuance of debt. In the
I'm waiting for money to come. Okay, here we go. I wrote down, that was really the only question I had. Be patient, it's coming.
On page 8, 10.8, there's called refinancing and refunding of debt, which is really just like refinancing your loan. I'm not sure if that's what you meant by refunds.
Oh, and I apologize, I thought I had made the notation of what page it was on. But now it's up, so.
We could either do a couple things. If you can't find it, we could either proceed and then you can always bring it up at council or ask me in between, or we could hold it.
Yeah, I can ask you in between.
Okay.
I think it's really just for me to understand when there are refunds and things like that. So
At the moment, I can't think of when we would have a
Fine.
refund for debt, but I am just not finding the section that you're asking about. But yeah, why don't we have a follow-up? If you don't feel it's substantial right at this point, we could approve it moving forward, and then she could do a follow-up with me between meetings,
Yes,
and then we
yeah.
can always, she could pull it.
Yeah,
out.
it's not anything that would stop it, it was just a question
Yep.
that I had, and I'll find it, so.
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve and obviously, give everyone a heads up for the council meeting in case they do have any questions. And maybe if Alder Hinkfist can get her question answered, maybe include that in with the email,
Will do.
that there was that one question. But a lot of this looks like you're just updating language to adapt to what we have been doing actually for a little while now.
Yes.
So it's better to have that updated than to pull out a document that doesn't resemble what we're actually doing.
Correct.
And it's really nice because it does lay out, the fact that we cannot use it for operating expenses, and it has to be still viable at the point the debt's paid off. It was really good. Excellent job. And
Okay,
basically, any new money has to be spent within 2 years, so.
then Alder Hinkfist, we do have a motion on the floor to approve. Do you?
I'll second that.
Okay. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 2, consideration with possible action to accept the State of Wisconsin DNR Recycling Grant 2025 award for $433,631.93. Any questions on this
I
one?
would only ask, what was it, the last one?
It was 433,000 last year, also, and that's what we budgeted for,
Okay.
33. This is actually one of the first times we probably have brought it through. It is an annual grant, but really when we reviewed our grant policy, and we've been updating that grant policy, it just says any award of any grant should be brought through committee. So even though this has kind of been on autopilot, we decided it was best to bring it through to make sure we're following our own policy.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Informational 2025 contingency account, $25,000. Next meeting is June 17th, 2025. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, we are adjourned.
There you go. That was easy.
Great meeting. I think we broke our record
Recording
with finance.
You might have.
With finance?
Yeah. I think
10
so.
minutes?
Oh, that's
pretty
pretty good.